Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke and this day in history. So for Friday, April 17th, what did the scarf say to the hat? You go on ahead, I'll hang around. Been some good ones lately. All right, and what do you think happened on April 17th, 1961? You might know this one. United States authorizes Bay of Pigs invasion. On April 17th, 1961, the Bay of Pigs invasion began when a CIA-financed and trained group of Cuban refugees landed in Cuba and attempted to topple the communist government of Fidel Castro. The rebels immediately came under fire, and 2 days later, a rebel air attack was also defeated. Almost 1,200 rebels surrendered and were held as prisoners. It soon became clear that the uprising was an American project. When Castro came to power in 1959, he quickly severed most ties with the United States and began cultivating a close relationship with the Soviet Union. By 1960, the US government, alarmed at Cuba's communist government and geographical proximity, developed a plan to invade Cuba and overthrow Castro. The CIA was put in charge of training and arming a group of exiled anti-Castro Cuban revolutionaries. President John F. Kennedy authorized the invasion under the guise of an uprising by anti-Castro Cubans. The incident harmed the international standing of the United States, which was accused of deceiving the United Nations and attempting a military overthrow of a nation that was not attacking the United States. First and only time we did that, right? All right. I would like to thank the following members who started a new month. Thank you to Carol Preston, Casey Cortro, Commuter Mike, Libby Eilbert, Nate Carlock, Yale Goldberg, Bradley J, JP Sinclair, and VCOM Hokie. Thank you all for starting a new month today. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got dominant key, root, tan, tonic, stem, hammer, general, bulb, soda, common, string, stormy, leaf, petal, popular. Nothing like super stood out to me as an obvious starting point. Stormy is interesting. Like it was a dark and stormy night. What would that go with? Stormy. I'm not sure. Tonic would be like gin and tonic, or tonics like the tonic scale. Probably not that, because I guess key. I'm not going with that. I don't think that's it. What else can I look for? I mean, root could be root beer. I don't know if tonic would be like tonic something, soda. Like drinks, but like missing a word. I don't know. That doesn't seem quite right either. Hammer. Almost every time they've had hammer, it's been parts of the ear. Probably not today though, because I'm not seeing other parts of the ear that I know at least. We have a stem and a root, but they're like top 2 rows next to each other. But I mean, we could put it with leaf. Just saying to be careful about that. And petal isn't. I'm pretty sure with the D, pedal is like pedaling a bike. Isn't pedal with a T if it's the flower? No, I can't remember. We also have bulb here. Bulb, stem, root, leaf. And I don't know. I can't trust my spelling on that one. Darn American accent that pronounces them the same. Gerald So's chicken. I'm sure that's what it is. General as in like a general thing, like a popular thing maybe? Common? Yeah, general, common, popular, and dominant maybe? I don't think root would work for that. Let's try this one. Just synonyms. Prevailing. Hey, +1 to green. If you didn't catch yesterday's video, I think this green is a little bit off from the connections green, so I'm going to say it gives +1. It's almost like a greenish blue, so would it give +1 to green and +1 to blue? Maybe. We'll see if I get blue next. We still have stem, root, leaf, and bulb. I'm a little concerned about petal, so we'll hold off on that. Tan is interesting. Like short for tangent. So of course the first thing I think of. Tan like a suntan. Maybe it's sun blank. Suntan, sun. Never mind. What else would that be? Tan. Maybe it's for purple. Maybe we're supposed to change letters or add letters. Probably not remove letters because it's so short. Soda. Soda pop. We have key, which could be like a key to open a door, or the key like of a piece of music. I'm tempted to try the flower thing, but let's see, petal. What else would petal go with? Bulb or stem or root? Soda, there's a lot of blank sodas or soda blank. So I don't think that's a good one to think about. Tonic and gin. Tonic. Gin and gin and tonic. Tonic like would tonic go with bulb? Like you drink a tonic or something, you drink a bulb or something? I don't know. I'm still thinking bulb goes with the flower stuff. String. Still really confused about stormy. Storm with a Y. STEM could also be science, technology, engineering, math. Doubt it though. All right. I think it's time to try stem, bulb, leaf, and root. It is. Vegetable parts. Okay. Well, I have to figure this out now. Oh, you know what? I think we are a we're parts of a piano. The hammer is in the piano. It hits the string. The pedal is for like sustain and stuff. It lifts the hammers up, and then the key is the key that you press to play the piano. Of course. Parts of a piano. All right. Stormy, tonic, soda, and tan. What the heck? Is it like stormy? Purple be purple in today. I feel like tonic and soda I like understand as like drinks of some kind. I don't know. Yeah, that is what it is. It's second half of drink names. I don't know stormy or tan. Okay, cool. Well, let's check the difficulty that they gave it. Oh, it is stormy. Your hat's flying away. You're walking the dog and it's stormy. All right. They gave it a 2.5. Let's refresh this. 86%. Okay, so people did not struggle today. Let's see. What did people get first? Not purple. Mostly yellow, a little green, a little less blue, a little not less, or a much less purple. Anyway, evens out a bit. Green being the prevailing category found second. Purple is still very low, and then ever, we've got mostly people getting green or yellow and green. If they're missing, they're just not getting blue and purple. Okay. I mean, blue and purple were both trivia categories. Do you know parts of a piano? Do you know drink names? If you don't know either of them, then you can't win. All right, makes sense to me. But I mean, most people did win. Large majority won. Okay. People putting key in with general, common, and popular. Yeah, like the key thing. I can understand that. Putting hammer in. I mean, there's going to be a lot of just blue, purple guessing. None of these are common enough to really worry about. Putting pedal in with yellow is, yeah, something I considered. I need to look that up. Pedal is the lever, yeah. Or like a bike pedal or a car pedal. It is not the flower part, so I was right. The flower part uses the T, P-E-T-A-L. All right. Not the only one who thought maybe it was spelled that way, though. All right. Yellow first is the most common. Green really drops down. Blue drops down more. Key with green before even purple first. 2% got purple first. I think 2% is kind of the baseline of people who who just try for purple first, which means it's not necessarily the first they found, it's just the first they locked in, which is similar to my play style when I go for purple first. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do pips for Friday, April 17th. We'll do the easy, medium, then hard. Let's play. All right. Greater than 4 is going to be 5 or 6. That's not an in. 2. 2 less than 4. Probably it has to be the 2, 3 because it can't be the 2, 6. Now this has to just be a double. So that's the 5, 5. This and this are equal. So they're both 6s. We're going to do the 2, 6 and the 0, 6. And then the 5 goes this way. All right. Let's play the medium. 0, 2 and 0, 0. Well, 0, 0 can't go into 7. I don't know if that helps me. Okay, actually, we have some geometry here we can write out. So this has to go up, which means this goes up. So this is actually the 0, 2. We know this one goes in, and it has to be a 5. There's a lot of 5s. Okay. So this is 5 or 6 going into an equal. This is 3. How many 3s do I have? 3, 5, and 3, 3. Less than 2. I feel like... Yeah, this domino has to go this way because this comes in here. So it's got to be just this domino as is. Lots of equals and then a greater than 4. So I think the 6 is going to go here, and then the 4, 5 will go like this, and then the 3, 5 will go here. This is our equal, and then this is our 5, 1. Perfect. Just under a minute. Let's do the hard. 2 rings interlapping. Interlapping? Overlapping. I think I mixed up intertwined and overlapping. Okay, so do we have a 10 domino? Would be my first question. 5, 5, 4, 6. I don't see it. Perfect. Okay, so we have an in. We have to do this and this, and this, and this, and this. And we don't know the rest, but do we have a 5 domino? We do have a 5 domino right there. All right. Do we have an 8 domino? I didn't see one on the first pass. 5, 3, 4, 4, 2, 6. Okay, we do not have an 8 domino. So this has to go like this, and this goes like this. So we're going to go around this way. Perfect. Okay, I need a less than 3 domino. That's got to be this 1, 1, I think. I don't see any others less than 3. This is a 4 going into an 8. 4, 4 would be perfect, but I don't think we have that. It's not the 4, 0. 4, 5 is very viable. 4, 2 would require a 6 with it, which is viable. Okay. This is a 5 into an equal. So it's not the 5, 6. Could be 5, 1. It's not 5, oh, it could be 5, 0, actually. What's my in then? This is another less than 2. We got to use a 0 and we got to use a 1. Or both zeros. The not equals is just unhelpful. 10 is either 4, 6 or 5, 5. What if we used the 6 here? I would put the 5 over here, which is really not all that helpful to think about. This adds to 2. Okay, so we got a less than 2 and a 2. I think... Okay, so the less than 2 uses one of our zeros. Does this 2 do 1, 1? I mean, we could do 1, 4 here. That would force this to be the 6, 5. And then the 1, 2 down here would force this to be 0, 4. And then this would have to be 0, 5. And that puts 2 5s in the not equal, which isn't allowed. And that was all forced from assuming this was 1, 1. No, because we have a 1, 5. So we can't do the 1, 2, but we could do 1, 5. and then 5, 0. Darn, because we had another 1 that I didn't notice. We could do the 1, 2 here. Okay. Or the 0, 4. So we don't know which. So this might be it. 4, 0, 4, 5, 4, 2, 5, 2, 5, 4. Okay, I kind of like this being 3, 3, which would mean 5, 4 in here, so we can do the 4, 2. I just like doubles going into not equals. It's the only reason. Now we got 4, 0 here, which doesn't work. Okay. Actually, coming back here, my only other 4 is 4, 5. Oh, I have 4, 2 as well. But we don't have a 6. So this is 4, 5, and then this is 3, 3. Okay, and so then this 5 is 5, 2 with a 2, 1 or a 2, 4. Probably 2, 1. So I can do a this and this. Wait, what's wrong? I'm going to clear this out. I didn't add to 6. Oops. Oh no, I made that mistake early. Darn it. Where's oh, okay. I have to start over. I really have to start over. I do think the 1, 1 still has to go in here. I'd like to bring these back. Okay. I don't know what my in is here. I thought I had it. Thought it was done. We're still going to assume this is 1, 1. We have 5, 2, and 4 to work with. So we could do the 1, 5 up here and just do another 5 in. So that would allow a 1, 2 or a 1, 4 into the 6. If we did the 1, 2, then this is 4 something into a, 4, 1 or 4, 0. I don't know what we want to do here. Like, I could just randomly pick, but we're going to run into problems if we start here. I don't think that's our place to start. I don't know where to start, though. Is it somewhere like, maybe there's a holistic... I could add everything up. The problem is we have this big not equal cage that we don't know what to do with, and we have this equal cage and this less than. But I could add everything else up to see what we're working with here. Might as well. Gosh, I thought I had it. I'm so annoyed with myself that I thought 5 plus 5 was 6. I thought I was putting a 1 in there for some reason. All right, so we're going to add all these up first. We got 5 plus 5 plus... Oh. I'm just going to ignore this 1, 1 because it's forced. We need the 4 plus 8 plus 10 plus 2 plus 6. Now that's 40. So we got 40 plus a less than 2 plus, I'm going to call that 0 or 1. Then we have this equal 2x. I don't know. Is that everything? Oh, and then plus, 4. So I'm going to do 4D for 4 distinct. I'm going to move this over here-ish. Maybe that'll be better. Okay, now what do we actually add everything up to? So our dominoes are 6 plus 4 plus 11 plus 3 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5 is 62. Oh, I scrolled. 62 is our total sum. Okay, so we know that... what's interesting is 2x and... Oh, no, 4d. It doesn't mean we're multiplying by 4. Never mind. I was looking at this as an equation saying that's even and that's even. No. The 4d does not have to be even. But... So we have to get 22 out of this. What's the biggest we could be? So the not equal could be 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3, which is 18. The less than 2 could be a 1. And then the double equal could be 5, so which is 29. We need 22, so that's 7 over. I mean, I don't have to do with that. Okay, this was not helpful. Need to find something that's forced. Maybe it has something to do with we have a 2, a less than 2, and a 5 in 2. So that's going to use up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are less than 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we have double as many as we need. The 8 needs 2 that are less than 4. Sorry, one, at least one that's less than 4. The 8 needs. This is a 4. So actually we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 less than 4. I could count how many less than 3s we need. How many 4s do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 4s. So if I count how many less than 3s I need, I have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10. Did I count wrong last time then? There's actually 16 of them. Okay. All right, we have 10 less than 3. We need 2, 4, 5. 6 needs one of them. So it's 6 that need it. Okay. I don't really see a good in yet. And I tried vibing it and I completely messed up. So I'd like a good in. Shoot. Okay, let's assume the 10 is 6, 4. The 6 goes here. Now there's a 5 and the not equal. This would have to be 4, so it could be 4, 2, 4, 0, or 4, 1. Like there's already 3 choices for it. Like we could do one at a time, but like we're already in an if. If I did 4, 0, then this is a 2 and 2 is 6. Which could be 2, 1 or 2, 4. Like, do you see all the options here? 2, 5 even. Like I really don't like it. This is not a place to get started. Math wasn't the way to get started. This is impossible. Where's our in? There's so many 5s to go into that equal. Are there? There's 5, 4, and 5, 2, actually. There's 5, 0. I feel like 5, 0 is good. 5, 0 doesn't work because we know the less than 2 needs a 0 in it. So we're not doing the 5, 0. We need 5, 2 or 5, 4. So let's just start with 5, 2. Because I feel like we need all the smalls we can get, so putting 2 more in there is not good news, but we'll see. So now we could put a 2, 1 or a 2, 4 into our 5. I mean, already, like, there's so many options. If we put the 2, 1 here, then I need a 4 coming into here. But, like, it's a not equal, so I don't know what we're trying to do there. The 2, 4 would require a 1 connected to it. 1, 5 or 1, 2 or 1, 4. Like, there's so many options. We don't even have to do the 5, 2 here. We could do the 5, 4 here. We've got plenty of 4s. 4, 2, 4, 1, 4, 0. All work in a 5. So that's not an in. What if we just assume that, well, we know the 8 isn't 4, 4 because there is no 4, 4. Okay, so the 8 needs a 3 or less in it. Actually, the 8 needs a 2 or less in it because of the 4 connected to it. No, it could be a 3 because we could do the 4, 5 with the 3, 3, which actually is what I had done last time. Somewhere to put this 3, 3. There's other places it can go, but not many. It could go here. Anyway. So if we put the 3, 3 there, maybe where we want to put the 6 in there. Like, I don't know. So now this can't be a 2. Those are only 3. Not that it really matters, but. What if I would have put the 0 here with the 5, 4? No, I used the 5, 4. Okay. We got 4, 2. We're not going to use the 0, so we'll put the 4, 2 here. I've got 2, 1, which would need another 4. Well, I can put the 4, 1 up here as well. I feel like I need a 1 in here. I need a... I don't know what I need here. Like, are we doing this? Like 2, 5, 2, 1, 4, 1, 1, no. Maybe I need to think about like what 0 is going into that less than 2. We only have 0, 5, and 0, 4. So if I put the 4, 0 here, then immediately I need the 5. Oh, I can't. Immediately I need the 5, 0 down here. So this is not the 4, 0. It could be the 4, 1 then. And then I need the 0, 4 up here then, if it's a 0. Thing is, I could put the 5, 0. Okay, so actually I could do the 4, 0 here. If I put the 5, the 1... Sorry, what am I saying? I could put the 2, 5 here. Wait. Put the 2, 1 here with the 5, 0 here is what I was saying. Trying to say. Then the 1, 4 is forced here. Now this has to be 5, 2. This is 2, 4. And this is 1, 5, which doesn't match. I mean, that matches, unfortunately. This doesn't seem to have a solve path to it. There's not another 6 to replace, so like... I don't see how this can be salvaged easily. Can't be. The fact that this is so close tells me that it's very difficult to logic our way out of this. So what if I were to flip this around and put a 5 blank here? That way I can do the 1, 5 here. Problem is 4 plus 1 is not 6. I could put the... Less than 2 though. Can't be 2. It needs a 0 in it. So like this would make this add to 6. So yeah, this is what I had before though. Turning that around would double the 5 up. So 5, 1 goes here. I think we need the 1s, don't we? 1, 2 with the 3, 3 this way. And this could be 4, 2 with the 6, 5 like that. 5, 2 down. 5, 4 in. 0. No, it's not working. I can't fix it. I don't know what to do. Do I give up? I don't know. I don't really have a hint system. I can't find a forced move. It just seems like the not equal cage is like preventing a bunch of solutions from happening. But it's really hard to think about it that way. What if I think about the math for this 2x, for what it's worth? So attached to the 5, I've got 1, 2, and 4. That would be viable. So if I put the 5, 4 up here, this adds to 8. And so that brings us to 48, which means we need 14 more. So what would be 14 more? So this not equal would be 14 or 13. There's got to be something to do with, like, there's a lot of contention for low digits. There's got to be something about that, but I can't figure it out. How many zeros and ones do I have? Let's just count those. Not the twos. Sorry, just zeros and ones. Okay, I think I got it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 zeros and ones. We need 2 of them in there. We need 1 of them in here. That's 3. Nowhere else requires them. But we can't ever use more than 2 zeros and ones outside of these 2. So that's something to keep in mind, I suppose. For like the 5 sum, the 6 sum, you kind of want to use zeros or ones maybe. That means, okay, so that means if I were to do 5, 1 up here, which is the least likely to be true, then I don't get any more zeros or ones in the rest of the slots. I've used them all up. That's what I'm trying to say. Would it be 1, 2 or 1, 4 into the 5? Either way, the 5 is a 2, 4 pair. So if 2 ones are used up, I'm left with 0, 0, and 1. So I don't know what to do about all that. Wait, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, 0, 0, 1. So that adds to 1. But we don't know what else goes in the 2. Okay, so since we can't do 1, 1 in the 2, that would mean we'd have 0, 2 in the 2 and 0, 1 in here. So I could do something like the 1, 2 here, which would let me do the 4, 2 this way, and then the 5, 0 down, or the 4, 0. But I like the 6 going in the not equal because there's another one anyway. And that would put the 4 in here. So 4 and 6 end up in here. Maybe that's it. It's not really logic. That's if we have this 5, 1. So the other one, this is 5. Oh, that actually forces 1, 4 here, which isn't possible. So actually the 1, 2 needs to go up here. The 1, 4 goes here. We don't have a 2, 2. So we would need... No, that doesn't work. We can't put the 1, 4 in here. Okay, so we put the 1, 4 here. No, but we still end up with a 4 or 5. Okay. We don't have enough ones. Okay, so I think this doesn't work. Because the 1, 2 here, we have 2 zeros and a 1, and so that means that this has a 0 in it and a 2 in it. But the only 2s I have left are the 2, 4 and the 2, 5. The 2, 5 immediately, well, so I can't, okay, so the question is this a blank or is this the blank? If this was the blank, I can't put the 0, 5 down here because then I need another 1, which I don't have. If I put the 0, 4 down here, then this has to be 2, 0 or 2, 1. There is no 2, 0. So it would have to be 2, 1, but 2, 1's been used. So that this isn't the 0. So this is a 2, but I have 2, 5 and 2, 4. 2, 5 would never work because I don't have another 1. So it would have to be 2, 4. Now I need a 2, 1 or a 2, 0, which still doesn't work. So this is not 5, 1. So let's try 5, 2. So this uses up a let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So now I have some freedom to do things. I don't know what those things are. Could be the 5-2. It could. I don't think it's not the 5-6. It could be the 5-4. Okay, so I don't think this is the 4-2 because it would require the 6. I think we want the 6 and the not equal. 4-5 would require one of the ones. 4-1 requires one of the ones. So actually a 1 is gone. So if I wanted to do 1-1, I'd have to do 1-5 this way and 1-2 down. Or 1-4 this way, I guess. Now this would be 4 and into a 1 or a 0. So maybe we use the 0 here. And then a 1-4 up. I feel like I've done this. Now I still need a 2 up here. I'm down to one of the 2s. So this is 2-4. And now this uses another 1, but we don't have it. So we got to be careful here. So I don't think it's 1. If this is 5-2, I don't think this is 1-1. Because 3 1s, 2 blanks. If this is 1-1, and this is... Could it be 0-0? No, because... Okay, if this was 1-1, I could do the 1-5 up. Maybe I'd... Yeah, the 1-5 up. Actually, I kind of want the 1... Wait. What am I doing? I was thinking about... I'm not thinking about anything anymore. This is taking way too long. This is ridiculous. I was thinking about putting 2 zeros in here. That's what I'm thinking. It's like this. But this would require another 1 to be used. So maybe the 1-2. No, we're out of zeros. There isn't a 1-1. Okay, so it's not this. So it may be this then. I think I may have proved this before, but I can't remember everything I've done. Anyway, 0-0 here. This would require a 2-1. That's the only one that can go there. And that means that this is 2-4 again. A 4 into the 5 again. I'm using one of our 1s. Can't be the 1-5, so it would have to be the 1-4 because they're not equal. And then now this has to be the other one, a 1-5, and then we put the 5-6 in. This actually is looking okay. In fact, I think I just solved it. 25 minutes. I mean, I brute forced it until I found something that worked. This ended up being 3, 4, 5, 6, though. So according to my math, actually, if I bring this back, according to my... Let's see if my math was actually even right. So our x was 2, so that's 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6 was 18. That's 22. And then we picked a 0 for here. And that 22 is the 22 difference. So my math was right. Maybe I should have thought about how this had to be 3, 4, 5, 6 because we didn't have enough lows to go around. Like just it didn't have to be, but like it felt like it should be 3, 4, 5, 6 because we had so much contention on low digits. And making this 3, 4, 5, 6 forces this to be 2s and this to be 0. Knowing that, I think, gets you to the solution. All right. Anyway, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini and Midi crosswords for Friday, April 17th. Let's play. Sound made while sinking into a hot tub. Maybe ah. March Madness pick. Is that seed or is that... I don't think so. Like status quo and mea culpa. Latin. Large venue for a comedian. An arena. Piece of bacon. A strip of bacon. Book of Maps is an atlas. That's... Okay, so that's AAH today. AHH today for heart. Constant critic is a hater. And car that's easy to prank is a mini. I actually just saw that this was team. March Madness pick was a team. Car that's easy to park. I read prank somehow. Mini. Easy to park. All right. Let's move on to the MIDI. Relative frequency. All right. Easy as pie. Let's cluster this one. There's a lot to do here. Regarding. Per. But per doesn't fit. So I'm not sure. Loud sounds after the light has turned green, perhaps. I would say honks. Honk. So how could this be easy as pie and this be honks? I'm not sure. Let's check this one. Type of root or a word after root. How it sounds. Is there another easy as quote besides easy as pie? I'm not sure. I'm gonna pencil pie because I'm gonna pencil onks and see who wins with the acrosses. Celtic, or Caribbean. What X equals in Roman numerals? That's 10. Okay, so it's not honks. So I think this does. I think pi wins. X is 10. What is this regarding? Type of root or a word after root. Okay, I don't know. Let's just keep doing crosses then. Type of party that teenagers throw when their parents are away, stereotypically. House party. Dangerous bacteria. Like an infection, like I don't know. Munchkin. Opposite of transparent. Opaque. What is this? How it sounds. Regarding. Type of root. Maybe both pie and honks were wrong? I don't know. Holder of arrows is a quiver. Lying down. Chinua, who wrote Things Fall Apart. Don't know. Napkin. Mountain goats with curved horns. Ibexes. Pumpkin. Object that someone might fidget with during a meeting. A pen. Groom in front of a mirror. Are we talking about the groom for a bride, or are we just grooming ourselves in front of a mirror? I don't know. Pie a la mode. Tennis garment. Portmanteau. Skort. Spice amount in a recipe, perhaps. Teaspoon is probably what you'd use for spices. Regarding. Lying down. Slime. Ooze? No. Tree with serrated leaves. 2026 Netflix film starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck with the. No idea. One living abroad informally. An expat. TikTok-like feature on Instagram. Reels. Kamala Harris and Al Gore. Abbreviated. VPs, vice presidents. Vehicle for Noah is an ark. DiCaprio of What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Leo DiCaprio. Is this a valve? Pumpkin is a valve. Okay, so it's related to pumps. You preen in front of a mirror. Lying down. Something bent. How about this one? Napkin. Slumber. So this is a word similar to nap, like a synonym to nap. Synonym to munch is to like eat. What is this? Is this not a house party? I think this just isn't a house party. Lying down. I don't know these. Slime. I see. Ooze has an E at the end though. So it's not ooze regardless. Tree. Film. Is pie wrong? I have no idea. Type of root or word after root? Root. Canal. Okay. Easy as something else. Easy as ABC, I guess. As to. And beeps, not honks. Okay. Oh, these are both C's. The Celtic Sea and the Caribbean Sea. Okay. We just gotta get this area. I gotta figure this one out. Lying down. Lying down. Bent. Bent. I don't know. don't know this person. Slime. Just ready to leaves. Dangerous bacteria, like a agent. I'm trying to think of 5-letter words. I can't think what they want. Toxic, maybe? Or a toxin? I don't know. Would you consider it a toxin? I don't like X there for slime. Okay, I need help. Munchkin. So to munch is to eat, to devour, to... I need 5 letters. Consume. I'm going to have to look something up. Okay, I'm going to start... I'm going to open Wiki here, and I'm going to start with Chinua. Chinua. Achebe, Achebe. Gotta find the right tab. Uh-oh. I think it's this one. No. It's this one. Okay. I already forget what it is, though. Achebe. Achebe. Okay. And then I can look up the Matt Damon film. Matt Damon. We can just look at the 2026 films. List of filmography. How do I find it? Matt Damon films. Filmography, there it is. Okay, so 2026. The Rip, the Odyssey. It's not the Odyssey. Is it The Rip? It's gotta be The Rip. Okay, so does this help me? What's this party? Dangerous bacteria, not toxin. Munchkin. SHCHTH. Serrated leaves. Lying down. This wasn't enough. I can't figure this out. I don't know if I can finish this without, like... What kind of party is this? Slime. Ooze. Tree with serrated leaves. I don't know what tree this is going to be. Is it ash tree or oak tree or elm tree? E. coli. So that's interesting. They wanted a specific example of a dangerous bacteria, which usually would require some kind of extra tag, wouldn't it? I don't know. I don't know about that. I thought that you couldn't do that. Tree with serrated leaves. Maybe it is elm tree then. Munchkin. Maybe chomp. What is this? Ecumbent. I don't think I know this word. Slime. Goo. A rager. Recumbent. Oh, like a recumbent recliner or whatever? Yeah, okay. I've heard the word before, but... Well, I managed to finish. I had to look up this person's name in this movie. Wiki. All right, well, how'd you do? Let's do Strands. Today's theme is Shell Company. Well, Shell is a gas station, but also Shell Company would be like a company that's created to do a certain thing. Not connected to be... Anyway, I don't care. Because I don't think it's that. I think maybe we're talking about snails or mollusks or something. Yeah, we've got mollusk. So, ooh, do I know my mollusks? Probably not. We've got conch. I'm looking for snail. Is snail even a mollusk? We got scallop. This is like shellfish, right? Mussel. What is this one? There's too many vowels here. Neolaba. I'll come back to this one. Is there like a lobster? I see stir. It's not lobster. It's oyster, of course. I saw stir and thought of lobster. We've got clam, and we've got limpet. Tepmill. Limpet. It was limpet. Oh, I should have tried it first. I would look so smart. I have no idea what this one is. Balniawa. Neolaba. Neoallab. Labaone. Maybe it does end in O-N-E. What else would I do? Abalone? Abalone. Okay, I guessed it. Yeah, lost my streak. That's okay. How'd you do? Hello. Today's bonus game is the Express Squaredle. We need to find all the common words that are hidden in this grid that we can draw lines to make between 4 and 7 letters. And we're told how many. So let's get started. I've got time. I've got might. I've got mate. Bade. That's a fun word. Mead. Dame. I did time. Timed. Matey. That's a bonus word? Okay. Demia. I don't know. Oh, media. Nope, can't do media, actually. All right, let me just try starting with E here. So, what can we actually do, though? E, maybe? Eat. Eatem. Okay, let's forget E. How about T? We did time. We did timed. Team. Teamed. All right, so now it's telling us how many words start with these letters. So I was right to not start with that E. This E has a start. Edamame. Emit. There it is. All right, this T has... Oh, there's one starting with Y. Let's find that one. Yeti. Okay. This T has one. Tame. Or sorry, two more. It had two. It's got one more. Team. What did I just do? Tamed. Of course. Okay, now this is the count of how many total words use those letters. So starting with A. Atom. Not gonna be EA. How about AT? Because T has in a lot of words. Mid, I haven't found the long words yet. I found teamed. I bet the other long words also in ED. Bait. Bait this way? Okay. We got bade. Can't do emitted. How about starting with this D? Demi? No. Date. This B is only in the word that it starts with. That starts with B. By. Beatty. Mighty. Bait. Bamed. Okay. Tabby with one B? No. All right, what are we starting with here? How about this M? This M has 3 words, so maybe I can find some. Meat? Did I get meat? No, okay. Med Bay? No? Okay. Maybe there's something Bay, though. No, we actually can't use the B except first. I forgot about that. I got might. Mighty is not a word. Mitad. How about aimed? Ab. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab both of these hints. So the word starting with B is 4 letters long. There should, like, we could probably brute force that. We're not going to go BD. PY would be Bayet or Bayat or Bayam or Bayi. I don't think it's BY. So I think it's BA, which makes the most sense. There's Bade, which we found. Badam doesn't work, so not the D. In fact, it's after bait, B-A-I. So it's got to be after I. J-K-L-M. So Bam? Bame? Bamped? Bammy? It's not B-A-M. Is it B-A-Y somehow? What am I missing here? J-K-L-M. How many words are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 letters. Okay, let's get this 7-letter word. It's D-A something ending in E. Daytime. Okay. So there's 4 words left, and M is in 3 of them, 2 of which start with M. So M is only in 1 word. I mean, there's only 4 words left. None of these have a 4. So the word starting with A is before aimed alphabetically. So I think it's got to go A. It can't go AB, so I think it's got to go AD. I don't know if that works. AE doesn't make sense. Admit. There it is. Okay, I is gone. The word starting with M is 5 letters long. Mated is not possible. I'd like to find this 4-letter word starting with B. That would be nice. There is a 4-letter word starting with M, actually. It doesn't use the B. Feels like we got to use this Y more. Midi. What are we doing here? So, okay, so since there's three words left, and Y is in 2 of them, and M is in 2 of them, the word M starts 2 of them. At least one of the words starting with M ends in Y. 4 or 5 letters. And also, because there's only one 5-letter word left, one of the 4-letter words has a Y in it, probably ending in Y. I can't find it. Midi. 4-letter word starting with B. Batty. Bait we got. This is used in 2 words as well. Mead. Me. So the 4-letter word is actually before mate. It's the earliest alphabetically, so it's got to be M-A. And so we don't go to the T. Don't go to the A or the E. Probably because it's not M-A-E. So it's got to be M-A-D. Did we get made? Oh, we just didn't get made. Okay. I kind of probably just assumed we had already gotten that one. So now Y is in both words that are left. And we don't know anything about the 5-letter word alphabetically. But we're going to get trapped by this E, so it's probably M-E-A. Like if we got M-A without using the E, then E would not be able to be used. So it's M-E-A is forced. Me-T, of course. Bite. Of course. How did I get bite last as a programmer? I wasn't really thinking that way. All right, cool. Well, let's spin the bonus game wheel and see what tomorrow's game will be. It is... Ooh, Shuffalo, suggested by Good and Delicious. So as always, there's a link in the description. And how'd you do? And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. There is a link to watch my Wordle video right at the end if you'd like to watch that. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.